Uganda's economy started to recover following the reopening in January 2022 after 2 years of COVID-19 restrictions. The World Bank says the growth is attributed to the strong performance in the services and industrial sector, a resilient private sector, and a pickup in domestic demand.
The outlook in our baseline for Uganda for FY23 is 5.5%, and then we expect that to improve or to increase slightly to 6% by FY24. And this will largely be driven by construction, so infrastructure construction to facilitate production of oil.
However, the rising food and energy prices pushed inflation to a 10-year high of 10.7% in October 2022. This has mostly affected poor households by increasing food insecurity in some parts of the country. But the World Bank says Uganda should look into new export markets outside East Africa.
To accelerate growth in incomes and also to lift Uganda's population out of poverty, the economy will need to grow even more rapidly, more sustainably, and more broadly in order to include all segments of the population in its benefits. Therefore, strengthened regional trade or international trade is one of the clear ways to go.
But for this to work, the World Bank proposes that Uganda must reduce ad hoc tariff increases, adopt modern technologies to boost agricultural productivity, and strengthen quality standards. The prolonged conflict in Ukraine and the adverse weather conditions due to climate change pose a serious risk to the Ugandan economic outlook. But the World Bank believes the African Continental Free Trade Agreement can unlock new opportunities for the country. And for Uganda to fully benefit, economic experts say the private sector and all value chain actors like local producers should be present in all trade negotiations.
An agreement gives you market access, and that's why we are saying we have continental free trade area, the market is there, so many people, it's a potential. But it's about putting in place actions that can enable you to enter those markets and sustain your presence in those markets.
This will require the government to avail more resources for trade and investments in order to take advantage of the expanded market access. Michael Baleke, CGTN, Kampala, Uganda.